As you all know now, we have gone through months of meetings, but we still can't find a solution to the new CBA or collective bargaining agreement so we can get the NBA season on the move. We are coming up on the deadline of the new CBA, which is December 15th of 2016, so we don't have a lockout July of 2017. This is an organizational crisis because we all want basketball. This is happening because of the fact that the league is in a financial crisis and the signing will avoid another lockout, like I stated before, with the NBPA, which is the National Basketball Players Association. And we can, agreeing to this, we can coincide and agree on the new collective bargaining act. I'm going to start with some background on the NBA and how we got to our current financial crisis. The NBA has been around since 1946 and it has developed from small market teams like the Baltimore Bullets or the Chicago American Gear, which are older teams, along with the publicized New York Knicks, who they were at the top of the league because of the fact that they lived in New York and New York was the central for media. As the years passed by, um, other teams started to come into play, like Los Angeles. Cities like in Los Angeles started to be in use. Los Angeles, San Francisco, to mention a few. As the league grew, so did attendance in these arenas, and it expanded to over 30 teams that we have now in the NBA. We have had four lockouts, and our most recent one was in 2011, which lasted about 6 months. In that agreement, the NBA and the NBPA managed to agree on an overhaul of its $4 billion a year enterprise, and it got it. With nearly $300 million annual reduction in player salaries and a matrix of new restrictions on payroll, the changes meant that $3 billion will be a gain for owners over the life of the 10-year deal. The new CBA will allow the richest teams to keep spending on players, ensuring a more competitive free agent market. Everything agreed upon between the NBA and the NBPA was agreed upon, but it had an opt out clause set for a deadline of December 15, 2016. Currently, we are facing the same problems as smaller market teams' shares keep imploding yet again because of the new TV deal. We have yet to get a deal done because this will we have to get a deal done because this will have a big effect on the future of the NBA here in the United States and worldwide. After the information I've provided above, I will explain to you why it's necessary to get this CBA deal done and out of the way with. I want to start off by saying the new CBA deal will prohibit us from enduring what we endured in 2011. It was unfortunate for millions of fans here and worldwide to have to go through this once, but go through it again within 6 years. I feel terrible for all those who will be affected if we don't get something done. I can assure you that no one is more happy than myself to get something done. As we go through the process, I will explain why we need to take action on this issue for a brighter future in the NBA. Since the TV deal was signed, the NBPA has refused to smoothen the infusion of TV money into the league. Currently, the league and the NBPA split the money in half from the TV deal. According to Michael McCammon, who's a sports analyst, the salary cap in 1994-1995 was 16 million, and 1995-1996 it jumped to 23 million, which was a 44% increase. Once the money started coming, Once the money starts coming from this TV deal, the NBA salary cap will skyrocket to from 68 million in 2015-2016 to 90 million 2016-2017. According to Michael McCammon, the NBA salaries have increased and will continue to increase at a rapid rate, and there's nothing we can do to stop that. There is a lot of money that players now have access to as well. When you look at players like Mike Conley, who's making about 30 million, who's only a starter. You look at other players like Evan Turner, 17 million a year, or even Solomon Hill, who gets barely 20 minutes per game, making 12 million a year. After looking at all these issues of the salary cap, the NBPA is using its resources well, as stated before, and we should also look at the limiting salary cap. But we should also look at competitive markets. The new CBA deal should be signed because it will restore competitive markets between small market and large market teams, so we don't keep on getting like a Cleveland versus Golden State Warriors finals matchup. Having these two teams square off in the finals is bad, according to Adam Silver, who is the commissioner of the NBA, in his State of NBA address in Las Vegas following the Board of Governors meeting. Before Cleveland and Golden State won the last two titles, only 8 franchises had accounted for all the championships between 1980 and 2014. There are issues such as the fact that 7 of the 25 players that play for that play for the Golden State are 7 of the 25 top 25 players that play for these teams, Golden State and Cleveland. It's a situation that a deal like this will get rid of. Everyone can say that the NBA has more money than ever and they are in good condition, but because back in 2011 they were given $300 million to cover costs, but this is not completely true. We as a league have benefited from the 2011 CBA, but we still have teams that are in the red. According to Commissioner Adam Silver, in the address to the media, he said a significant number of teams were losing money. Roughly, the Timberwolves lost $6 million last year, according to Lowell's document. This was the 6th biggest loss of any team. The teams like the Timberwolves are not benefiting from the old CBA, so it's good to get a new one done. The CBA will solve league problems for years to come. The CBA will also help us out, so we don't have to worry about a financial crisis for years to come. I have discussed our financial position and what benefits our CBA will bring to us. Today I have talked about the salary cap and boosted salaries, improving competitive balance, and how signing this agreement will benefit all sides. As hard as the lockout can be, signing this new agreement will solve out issues, financial issues, competitive issues, and hopefully there is no lockouts years to come so we can enjoy our entertainment.